Doubted yet again, prove them all wrong yet again. The Kansas City Chiefs have been on a roller coaster ride throughout the whole regular season and throughout the playoffs. And look at us. We are off to Vegas as they beat the Baltimore Ravens by a final score of 17-10 in the AFC Championship game. Today, I will be giving you my main thoughts and takeaways from all the crazy action. Now with that, let's cut the chit chat and let's have some fun. They said we wasn't supposed to be here, Chiefs Kingdom. I swear. They said it was Lamar Jackson's time. As I mentioned throughout my live stream and throughout the week, you could say it's Lamar Jackson's time all you want. This is Patrick Mahomes' moment, and he is on a mission to create a legacy that could be the best we have ever seen. Now, before we get into my main thoughts and takeaways from that crazy AFC Championship game, I do want to thank each and every one of you who did tune into my live stream. It means so much to me that you guys watch my crazy reactions and see me lose my mind during the game. Don't know why you do it, but it's fun, and I love interacting with each and every one of you. Now, I did tease a giveaway in that live stream, so let's announce a giveaway. And I'm going to do a 2-for-1 special because, man, it feels good that we are moving on to the Super Bowl, and I want to give back to the kingdom as well. So the first thing we are giving away on this channel will be that AFC Championship all-in shirt that you saw them giving away to the players. It's a pretty dope shirt. I thought, why not give it away? And what's going to be included in that package is a nice flat brim, all red Kansas City Chiefs snapback with the Super Bowl logo on it. You see it on the screen. Now you're wondering, how do I get that? Well, first thing you got to do is be sure you're subscribed to the channel because that's going to be the main thing to get you in this giveaway. And then like this video and also comment Chiefs Kingdom on this video. It's just 3 simple things. You do that, you are entered in the giveaway, and you can win that package of the All-In Championship shirt and the flat brim snapback hat with the logo. Good luck to each and every one of you. I can't wait to give it away and see how it looks on y'all. Now, let's get into all this crazy action because it was a fun game. And man, when you get into this game, I really don't even know where to start and discuss because I usually go quarter by quarter by quarter and then I just analyze and give you my thoughts. But I don't know if I want to do that today because I got a lot of things swirling in my head. So I'm going to give you the main thing that just stood out to me. And it's this defense, man. And this defense rose to the occasion yet again. And you can see, they came with the mentality. They came with aggression, and they came with some physicality. And I knew, and I was really hoping that this defense was going to come in this game feeling disrespected. And you can see, that's exactly how they came into it. Because all week they heard that the Baltimore Ravens have the best defense in the NFL. And a lot of people took it to the next level saying that this could be the best Ravens defense that they've had since the 2000 Raven team when they took their team to the Super Bowl and won that thing. And that's really rich for a lot of taking. And you can see the Kansas City Chiefs were just sitting back and like, we're a good defense as well. Don't disrespect us. Acknowledge us too. And they were getting acknowledgement, but everyone was saying that this Ravens defense was just far and away better. And that just wasn't the case. And them boys proved it on the football field. There was miscues, but honestly, anything the Ravens were completing or moving the ball downfield was just crazy luck and trickery, and it was out of this world type of stuff. And I don't usually like to call luck out there, but man, when you see some of the things Lamar Jackson was doing when he was breaking tackles and then throwing a 30-yard touchdown to Zay Flowers, or breaking a sack and then having the ball deflected and then catching his own completion, that is just not things you typically see. And those were the best plays for the Baltimore Ravens on offense. This defense, when it came to Ravens scripted plays, it just wasn't happening. And they knew what they had to do early was, hey, do not let them run on you. And then this offense, once it gets clicking and puts points on the board, they won't run on you. And it will force Lamar Jackson to throw. And that was the status quo. But the thing I was really, really impressed with this defense was we're not used to seeing them get turnovers and getting the ball back to the offense. They did that thing 3 times. And it started with Charles Omenihu, which we're going to get on a sad note here. Because Charles Omenihu in this game did get injured, and official reports are he did tear his ACL. And that is so unfortunate because Charles Omenihu is fastly, is fastly a word? Let's do quickly. Come on, we're losing our thought here. Has quickly become one of my favorite players on this team. And then you just hear him each and every week saying, I came here to go to the Super Bowl, to win a Super Bowl, because that's something I couldn't do with the Niners because we couldn't get over that NFC Championship game hump. And now we do. And we're also playing the Niners in the Super Bowl, and he won't be available. That really sucks to see him not available, but I have high hopes for him next year, coming off a torn ACL, and I can't wait to see how he is. And he is someone who's primed to be a really solid pass rusher in this league. So Charles Omenihu, speedy recovery, but he started the game off with a presence. He went after Lamar Jackson, got a forced fumble to where George Karlaftis then fell on it. And speaking of another deadly pass rusher, look at George Karlaftis and how he has molded and who he has become. Because literally, we always talked about him being, he's a high motor guy. He's going to be relentless, and that's how he's going to get out to the quarterback. I think he's got more to his game now. He has matured so much. He was literally beating his man one-on-one, putting the moves, showing off his technique, and making it havoc for Lamar Jackson throughout the entire game. And that's something you love to see. And then when you go to the next turnover, which, was it the next turnover? I forgot what sequence it goes. Mine's jumbled. We're going everywhere, but it was probably the most impressive play of the game, and it was L'Jarius Sneed. Zay Flowers was about to get a touchdown and bring the Baltimore Ravens back in the game. L'Jarius Sneed had different things in mind when he just Mike Tyson that thing and punched it out. It was a thing of beauty. And in the sequence, it's like karma hit the Ravens real quickly because a few plays before then, Zay Flowers, he had an impressive catch. Wide open. It was busted coverage. L'Jarius Sneed makes the tackle. The way Zay Flowers gets up, shoves L'Jarius Sneed back to the ground, spikes the football on his face, and flexes on him. It was a huge 15-yard taunting penalty. Yes, Ravens, it was taunting. I don't know what we're talking about here, but Ravens fans are mad at that. You can be mad at any other thing, but that's something they're angry about today. And then you fast forward a couple plays later, L'Jarius Sneed says, revenge, karma. It's so sweet. But also another thing you got to highlight on that play is how fast Trent McDuffie literally dove on that football in the end zone, because everyone thought it was a touchdown, and then you just see Trent McDuffie's eyes just lock in and be like, ball on the ground, we back in the game, we keep in the lead, we may have just locked this thing up. Now, the Ravens played very good defense in the second half to where the Kansas City Chiefs couldn't score a point. And that's why what the Chiefs defense did in the second half was so impressive. It was literally like a fight to see whose defense was going to eke up and let that offensive play happen, which we will get into. But the last turnover, Deion Bush, man, just a slow little golf clap. He literally filled in for Mike Edwards when Mike Edwards got hurt for a few plays, and Lamar Jackson tried to test him. And Deion Bush was there for an interception in the end zone. And literally right then and there, y'all saw on my live stream, I leaned back and reality just started to set in. It literally was, we are going to the Super Bowl. We are going back to back. Now, the Kansas City Chiefs never make it that easy because the game was far from over. There were 6 minutes left and the offense wasn't doing a thing. But it just felt so good to see what the defense was doing, and that's how much you believed in them. You knew the defense wasn't going to allow another touchdown, and you just felt safe and you felt comfortable. And that was just a thing of beauty to watch. Now, let's transition. And let's transition to the offense because, as I mentioned, in the second half, it was kind of frustrating and hard to watch. But that's where you give the Ravens defense kudos because they are the best in the league, and they held their own and they stood their ground. But the way the Kansas City Chiefs offense started the game, They made it look like the Ravens defense was not prepared for this game whatsoever. Mahomes and the boys came out fast and furious, and they put together long possessions that ended up in touchdowns, and that was crucial. It started off with an impressive Travis Kelce touchdown. And let's speak on Travis Kelce, because I heard he was washed up. I heard he should retire. I heard he ain't the number one weapon in Kansas City no more. The dude had 11 targets, 11 catches, over 100 yards, and a touchdown. Oh yeah, he also has the most receptions in NFL playoff history, surpassing Jerry Rice. Yes, the greatest wide receiver of all time. Can we stop the Travis Kelce nonsense? He is still him. He is still running at full motor, and we needed him to advance today. And man, he looked like 25-year-old Travis Kelce today. There was one of those scramble things that Mahomes does where it was Mahomes magic. He gets out, and then it became Travis Kelce magic to where he literally fully extended his body to make one of the most beautiful catches you will ever see. And then even his touchdown pass where Mahomes, low back shoulder pass right in Travis Kelce's lap, adjusted, flipped his hips. He may be 34, but that dude moves like he's 24 still. He ain't ready to hang him up yet. So for y'all to think he's retiring, ain't a chance. He loves playoff football, and he is proving it yet again. And then Isaiah Pacheco as well. It ain't the craziest, it ain't the sexiest game, but it is the type of running back you need in this game to where you needed him to bust off 2 to 5 yard carries to where it wears off this Baltimore Ravens defense. They want to be physical with you. You have a physical running back that will pound and hammer the rock down their throats. And then also, I want to highlight the offensive line because they did their job. They made sure to be the men up front and make sure Patrick Mahomes didn't get touched. Now, in the second half, Mahomes did take a couple sacks. They kind of look like covered sacks, but I'll leave that for the eye. I'll leave that for Chiefs Kingdom to discuss. The main thing the offensive line kind of worried me about and frustrated me about, and it was probably the most frustrating thing throughout the game, was the penalties. There was 3 penalties, and they honestly detoured scoring drives. It was Trey Smith. He had 2 false starts, 2 holding calls actually, that took the Chiefs from out of field goal range and actually wiped off a Rashee Rice touchdown to punting the ball. And the same with Jawan Taylor. Jawan Taylor had his infamous false start. Unfortunate, but it was there. And that took off another scoring drive as well. But if you don't focus on those penalties, the O-line did their thing all day. And I want to highlight Nick Allegretti because, man, you played phenomenal. I heard that he was the best pass blocker on the PFF rating on that game, and that's huge. You came in to fill for Joe Thuney, and you did more than serviceable. You did your job against an elite Baltimore Ravens defense. It was very, very impressive to see, and I'm just proud we have depth like that in the O-line room. And I hope somehow, some way, we can keep Allegretti. I don't know. Someone's going to be calling for his services in the offseason, but man, he was a thing to watch. And then the wide receivers. Again, nothing too crazy, but they did their job. Rashee Rice had a serviceable day. He was playing that physical wide receiver, which you need against this Baltimore Ravens secondary. But let's just fast forward to the end of the game because the dude got scrutiny throughout the whole season, rightfully so, because he was dropping a lot of passes. But he deserves to get praised, rightfully so. MVS. They need to study you, boy. We be talking about playoff walk-ins. We be talking about playoff Frank Clark. We got a playoff MVS. He had the game-sealing reception to have the Kansas City Chiefs advance to the Super Bowl. I don't know what it is about MVS. He doesn't even drop a pass in the playoffs. Wish he wouldn't do that in the regular season. But he is just Mr. Clutch when the lights shine bright. And hey, do it for one more week in the Super Bowl because we're going to need you. You have right all your wrongs, and we are happy to have you as a Chief. And thank you. Just thank you for taking us to that next game. And I'm excited to see what the Kansas City Chiefs will do going on in the Super Bowl. We got 2 weeks to discuss about it. it's going to feel long. It's probably going to feel like a mini bye week. It is a bye week. It's going to feel like a mini off season. Let's say that. It's going to feel like forever. The Chiefs will practice this week, and then next week will be media week. We'll get all the news, notes, and takeaways. So it's definitely going to be interesting. It's definitely going to be fun to dive in and see what they are doing headed up to Super Bowl 58. But with that, Chiefs Kingdom, I'm going to sign off on this video. You let me know how you're feeling as the Kansas City Chiefs are going back to the Super Bowl to try to repeat and go back to back. Also, please be sure to subscribe to the channel. Definitely subscribe to the channel, because as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, we got a giveaway for some AFC Championship merch and a Super Bowl hat as well. Subscribe, like, comment Chiefs Kingdom, and that will get you into the giveaway. With that, I'm going to check out. Y'all take care.